Hey guys, I'm Jinjinx, that Monster Hunter math guy. You probably already know that I like math, but what you may not know about me is that my team and I have set a previous record on Pursuit Level 1 Kulve Taroth, recently succeeded in beating Pursuit Level 1 Kulve Taroth several times with only 3 people and using switch axe only, and in general have just researched and tested everything there is to learn about KT as well as how to kill her quickly. I know a lot of people are struggling to get the KT weapons that they want. This is why I already have an in-depth guide on Pursuit 1 KT farming. However, I know these guides are very long because they go very in-depth with explaining the specifics of her mechanics as well as the decision making for all of the different choices. I have done my best to keep the fluff out of those guides, but there is just so much information that there is a limit to what I can cut while still deeply explaining things. Essentially, this is going to be a quick start guide, and this will be explained with the assistance of my assistant, Tuna.
Hey guys, I'm Tuna. In this video, we won't bother explaining the choices or mechanics. If you want to understand those better, then you can watch the in-depth guides. We'll have those posted in the description and up at the top right. This is instead going to be bare bones, just telling you exactly what you need to do to run a Phase 1 KD successfully.
I want to do a quick shout out to everyone who has supported this channel. We have already hit over 1,000 subscribers and you guys have been the best community I could ask for. I could not be more thankful. Alrighty, so let's get into the first step, picking your team composition for Clothed Kulve Taroth and picking it for Naked Kulve Taroth. For Clothed KT, all you need is damage, and KT is most weak to Thunder. Thunder Light Bowgun, Bow, and Dual Blades works best. If using range, do not use Weakness Exploit because it does not work with shot type damage. Make sure your set has Part Breaker and Bombardier, and make sure any item set you use has Farcasters as well as materials for 9 Mega Barrel Bombs, and also radio menu setup for making those Mega Barrel Bombs. For Naked KT, you have 2 primary choices for team composition, 3 DPS plus 1 CC Heavy Bowgun or Bow, or just 4 DPS. The first choice is definitely easier and cleaner, but it does require having someone who knows how to do CC well.
Either way, make sure you have at least one person using a weapon that can mount well here. You'll want to use something like Great Sword, Hammer, Insect Glaive, or even Sword and Shield.
For DPS in Area 4, your best option is going to be Ice Dual Blades. However, pretty much everything works except for non-elemental shot type damage like Spread Bowgun. Ice Bow does still work, just don't use Weakness Exploit because again, it doesn't work. And regardless of what you use, make sure you have Bombardier 3 in your build, and don't use Part Breaker, it doesn't work on Naked KT in Area 4.
Quick PSA, before we get into the area by area guide, do not use crowd control. You're going to want to save all that for Area 4. That means no sleeps, no paras, and no KOs.
And that also means no mounts. Alright, moving on to Area 1, you have 2 objectives. Get KT to transition by dealing enough damage, and also to damage the horn plating.
And if you're not running a CC Hunter on Naked KT, then you'll need 2 people to kill gadgets in the area and collect some knives. You'll need 4 sleep knives and 5 para knives to sleep and para KT once each in Area 4.
Try to avoid dealing too much damage to KT before she tunnels to a different part of the map. If you trigger the red hot state before she tunnels, you have less time to use it in Area 2 and 3. When she tunnels to the other part of the stage, make sure you place bombs where she will emerge and then shoot them as soon as she dips her head down. This will give you some free horn plating damage. Whenever the horn plating breaks regardless of area, everyone needs to use 4 Mega Barrel Bombs on the naked horns to deal a total of 7,680 damage if everyone has Bombardier 3. Damage up until the horn chip carries over to Area 4, and the horn chip happens at 8,500 HP. This just makes Area 4 much easier when you do this. Moving on to Area 2. If you haven't broken the horn plating yet, prioritize this and then bomb it accordingly. Once you break 5 parts, she will dig. After this dig, you can sneak some bombs onto her horns to deal even more damage, but otherwise ignore the horns, focus on breaking parts.
After the dig, you want to focus parts you haven't broken yet. It's important to break at least 6 different parts to get the max gold box rewards. Also, if you need more knives, there are plenty of gadgets here to kill.
If you are on voice chat, count the parts you break after the dig as a team. If you hit 5 parts broken in Area 2, she will dig again and regenerate all of it. So, when you hit 3 to 4 parts broken, everyone needs the Farcaster as a team. Change to your Area 4 gear and come back.
Also, if you have any knives, do not change your item loadout at the box. You'll need to restock your items manually if you don't want to lose them.
Once you are back, just wait for it to leave Area 2. Do not risk making her dig again by attacking. If you aren't on comms, just be there up normally. Try not to force a second dig by breaking 5 parts if possible. However, if it does happen, then continue to break parts. Now in Area 3, the boulders are your friends. So if Kulve Taroth has already dug before, as soon as she has 5 broken parts on her mantle, instead of digging in Area 3 she will release. So make use of the boulders, drop them on her, and beat up parts you haven't broken yet. Not much more to say other than that. Now she should release and be going to Area 4. If you aren't in your Area 4 gear yet, go ahead and Farcast her and switch out now. The timer for her to leave Area 4 does start the moment she enters the room, so the technique of switching early is preferred.
And there are even more gadgets here at the entrance if you need knives.
Alright, Area 4, this is the fun part. So let's cover 3 DPS and 1 CC Hunter first. So first off, enter the room with your Mega Bombs ready. Once you have all entered the room, the CC Hunter should try to sleep KT as soon as possible in a good position. Once she sleeps, place bombs in front of her left hand right here. Then once she falls over and her horns are near the bombs, trigger the bombs. Then you can place another round of bombs for the wake up. This technique is called double bombing, and learning to double bomb will make your P1 runs much more consistent.
The window's actually pretty big. It's less scary than it seems. I managed to double bomb correctly my first try.
After that, your CC Hunter should be trying to CC chain as best as they can to maximize the DPS player's DPS. This is my CC Heavy Bowgun CC chain sequence for anyone who is interested in trying it. If you can manage to chain the CC, your DPS hunters don't have to spend time repositioning so they get more damage uptime. After that, if KT isn't dead yet, your mounter should be aiming for a mount right now. Anyone who is not currently mounting her should pay attention to which pillar KT charges first. Run to the other pillar and place down some Mega Bombs. When KT charges this, she will go ahead and detonate the bombs with her head. If you have any more bombs left, you can go ahead and drop them while the mounter is finishing the mount.
While Katie rears up for her floor's lava attack, you can shoot pods at her head to stagger her. Piercing pods work best, but dragon pods will do in a pinch. Katie will drop plenty of pods in room 4, so don't worry about running out.
Alright, now let's discuss the 4 DPS team comp. The strategy doesn't change too much to be honest. So the hunter with the sleep knives will go ahead and sleep KT the moment you enter, and then you will all double bomb. On the wake up, the hunter with the para knives will go ahead and paralyze KT.
Remember, it takes 4 sleep knives and 5 para knives. You can body block the knives, so try not to stand in front of your knife thrower.
After that, aim for a mount and bomb the horns twice. After that, it's pretty much up to you to sneak in damage wherever you can. Once you deal enough damage to KT, you can trip her, which is a great opportunity for you to deal even more damage. And of course, watch out for pod KO opportunities. If you do all of this, you should be able to clear KT in Pursuit level 1. Using these strategies, we were able to beat KTP1 with only 3 people and only using Switch X. And consistently too, this wasn't a one-off sort of thing. So I am confident that armed with this knowledge, you will be able to do it as well. This guide was about as bare bones as I could get with a KTP1 guide. If you would like to have a more in-depth look at her mechanics, our decision making for the strategies, what weapons to use against her, how the reward system works, and pretty much everything else you need to know about her, then I recommend you look at the in-depth guides I have on my channel. Also, I have been messing around with this streaming business and I thoroughly enjoy it. So I will be streaming a lot of P1 KT runs this whole weekend. I'm currently finishing up a very basic KT guide for PC, as well as a meta weapon builds list for all the different weapons in the game. So be sure to subscribe and click the little bell icon down there and you'll be notified as soon as any of these videos come out. And if you enjoyed the video and learned something new or useful, be sure to like the video below and leave a comment below. And remember that KT is best taken on with a team, so be sure to share the video with any of your friends and squad mates. Happy hunting, hunters! Good luck with your KT weapon drop RNG, and Tuna and I will see you next time. Bye!